himself. And I think that this could end up working out for him because the Cowboys may say, you know what, we don't want to do this. It allows him to go and look at other teams. And all you need is one team to overpay you, and I'm sure he can find that one team.
Overreaction or not, Odell Beckham is back. He caught 5 passes.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Leroy Street, then turn left onto Richmond Street.
Is he back?
Let me answer that first because I know where Mike's going to go with this. David, he looked so impressive in that game. He looked like the Odell of old.
Turn this microphone on. Here, can I just put this to bed? I'll do one better for you. You ready?
Yeah.
He's got more touchdowns.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Richmond Street.
The next question, please. This guy's breaking my balls. He's running all over the place on the field. He's got an F Mike sign right on his ass.
Overreaction or not, it's time.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Dix-Toledo Road.
Total QBR of 31.6, which was the worst of Sunday's early window games. The time to bench him.
I'm going to say it again to you, though. Like Haskins and Sammy Darnold, it's like, what do you think these guys are going to do when you don't have any help around? Bad O-line, bad running games, no weapons. What do you really think they're going to do? And look, I feel like the story's written. Haskins is done there. Darnold's done in New York. And Rico, I just don't understand. What was the team's plan? What did you expect? You didn't help them.
Mike, I agree with you. I think that this is what happens when you bring in somebody who had no say-so in this quarterback. And Rivera had no say-so in Haskins. He inherited him. I'll give him a shot. I have no ties.
In half a mile, turn right onto Dix-Toledo Road.
And he'll probably end up losing his job. And I hate to tie this back to Detroit. This is why it has to be a clean sweep. You can't bring a new coach in with former players because this is what happens when you lock into players and bring in new coaches. They're stuck with stuff. And that's that's where Ryan is now.
You want the bottom of the list? You want the bottom 5 quarterbacks in football for guys that have played enough snaps? You ready for this? Okay, dead last, Haskins. Second to last, Carson Wentz. Third to last, Jeff Driscoll. Fourth to last, Sam Darnold. And fifth to last, Matt Stafford. According to PFF. Carry on. Dip, dip.
Overreaction or not, more games will have to be postponed before the season is over. We moved the Monday night, or Kansas City Patriots to Monday night because of this.
Yeah.
Steelers Titans was all screwed up. And then we had a scare with the Saints. Will more games be postponed?
Yeah, I think it's, Rico, I don't know where you're at with it. I think it's inevitable.
I think it's going to happen. I mean, because you have too many people, and it takes one, as you see, and then it spreads quickly. And, you know, what happened with the Titans, you had to postpone that game. You had the scare. We didn't think that we were going to play the Lions game. For a few hours, that was going to get postponed. Yeah, and the NFL has to, you got to have a plan B in place, and they really didn't. I think that they thought that their way was going to work. We didn't need a bubble. We had a pseudo bubble, and everything was great for a couple of weeks, and then it fell apart, and I do think that it...
At the stop sign, turn right onto Dix-Toledo Road.
KC Cats moved to Monday night because of COVID, and the NFL always schedules 2 Monday night games to open the season. But should this be a permanent thing? Maybe not every week, but should we get 2 Monday night games once a month?
I'm going to say no.
In 3.8 miles, turn right onto Southfield Road.
Opinion, I get rid of Monday Night Football. I think it is very played out. Frankly, I don't need Thursday night, but I know why they're doing it. No, I'm going to say no. I'm not interested in the second game starting at 10:30 at night on a regular basis.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to end up being late. You're going to get that West Coast game. I'm like Mike. I actually enjoy Sunday Night Football better than Monday Night Football. But if you're going to keep Monday Night Football, you can only have one game a
internet speed for $5 more. Switch to WOW today. Stay connected. Details at wowway.com.
Wow.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Southfield Road.
The Radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
By Mother Waddles, Lions with a bye week following the loss to the Saints. Ex-Lions QB Dan Orlovsky today critical of Lions coach Matt Patricia on ESPN. Patricia yesterday said when he got to Detroit there was a lot of work to do. Orlovsky called that comment a bunch of trash as the Lions were coming off a 9-7 season. Since 2018, Patricia's first year as coach, Lions have blown 20 total leads and 11 fourth quarter leads, both NFL highs. Matt Patricia expected to address the media today at 4 p.m. Monday Night Football, 2 games tonight. Kansas City against New England. Brian Hoyer at quarterback for the COVID-stricken Cam Newton. Atlanta meeting Green Bay. Browns running back Nick Chubb out 6 weeks with a sprain. Legendary former Florida State head coach Bobby Bowden tests positive for COVID-19 at age 90. Says he feels fine. Astros and A's, they have game 1 today of the MLB Plans Divisional Series, as do the Yankees and Rays. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson, Kumar 97.1, the Ticket of Radio.com.
At the light, turn right onto Southfield Road, then make a U-turn.
I also know this is a process. I'm just riding here today and trying to get ready for the game on Thursday. I think that's what we all do. Hour number 2, great to have you aboard. No matter how you're listening, the regular way or radio.com, you get that rewind function, whatever you like. Look, you hear the song and we had fun with it, but I mean, it truly, I always laugh when I hear Lion coaches say how much they talk to the Fords, and then you're like, well, how come the Fords never talk to us? Remember when Sheila took over the team, Rico? She said she'd be more available, she'd be around more.
Yep.
Have we heard from her?
Never.
Has anyone heard from her?
No, she's on the Bob Quinn plan. They exist, we think.
What do you imagine that conversation was like this week?
Make a U-turn.
Like, what would there even be to say?
Sheila, I'm stopping by. You want to pick up tacos? I have no idea. Just like,
Get away from me.
yeah, no, we don't need to talk.
No,
I'm not very happy with you guys, but
In 16 miles, take exit 16 on the left to merge onto M10 North toward I-696 West.
I mean this, and I know management's going to get all, oh my God, what did Mike say? And I'm like, no.
Stay in the right 4 lanes.
I don't understand it. It's very simple. I think Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia have pulled off one of the great cons in NFL history. I mean, literally, read the definition of a con artist. A person who cheats or tricks others by persuading them to believe something that is not true. Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia have tricked the Ford family and Sheila Ford Hamp and Martha Ford into believing they are in fact smart,
for the Hail Mary for the Niners. So, big ups to him. What do we have? Well, we got a first-round pick who's still learning the ropes. That's
No.
the problem.
It ain't learning the ropes. Look, you can do what you want to do with this, and I said it last week, and I know you had some of your high and mighty media brethren try to correct me. No, I ended up being right. He didn't start. They don't want to play this game. Do you understand right now? I said this before the season started. If he's healthy, he'll only play every third or fourth series. Oh, you can't do that. He's the third overall pick. Okay. Oruwariye is better than he is. Trufant is better than he is. And Coleman is paid one of the highest paid slot corners ever. Oh, by the way, there's another Quinn highlight. You took a guy who only played cover 3 in his career, and you made him the highest paid slot corner in history to come here and play man. Something he's never done in his career. I digress.
was me again. Alright.
Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. To keep surfaces sanitized all day, use Microban 24. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria initially. Once dry, Microban 24 is effective for 24 hours on bacteria when used as directed. Microban 24 sanitizing spray, bathroom, and multi-surface cleaner. If you're very quiet, you can hear it. The freedom.
Use the left lane to take exit 16 on the left to merge onto M10 North toward I-696 West.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Exit left.
All right, so quickly before I get to the people, let's look the Patricia quote. Give me the abbreviated one, David, because it's simple. He basically takes a shot at Caldwell, talks about when he got here, there was a lot of work to do. I want to spend more time with Dan Orlovsky bombing him, and inappropriately. I mean, the balls on this guy to act like he got handed a bad draw, to act like he walked into Jacksonville when they were busy trading all their best players. You walked into a 9-7 football team. Culture was pretty good. Had a quarterback.
In 5.7 miles, turn right onto Inkster Road.
The ocean, dude. At 10-25-1, you took over for a coach who went 9-7. So play the abbreviated one here, and then we'll get to the Orlovsky stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is your 14th loss in the last 16 games. Why should people still believe that you were the right coach to turn this around?
Obviously, Mike, that's a hard question. Obviously, we just lost to the Saints. Let's just give them credit for this game. They played extremely well, and I know we got a lot of work to do. Certainly, I think when I came to Detroit, there was a lot of work to do, and that's what we're trying to do.
Wow. Well, guess what? One guy who was here didn't take kindly to it, and others have gone out and spoken out against it. I mean, there's no worse kind of a head coach than a finger pointer, and that's exactly what Patricia's doing. But take a listen to Orlovsky, who again, Mr. Lions.com, Mr. Everything is Awesome, Mr. I Love I Heart Stafford. Take a listen to his response to that.
Patricia forgot that there were players on those teams before he got there, and we're going to come to Coach Caldwell's back, one, because it's the truth, and two, because we have immense respect for Coach Caldwell. First of all, we were 11-5 in 2014, and a really good football team. 2015, we go 7-9. It's because we turned the football over, but the last 8 games, we were 7-1. So flipped our season around. The next 2 years, we're 9-7, and I believe in week 17, we were playing Green Bay in both years for a chance to win the division. Okay, so to come in and say that you had a lot of work to do is completely false. It's a bunch of trash, because that wasn't the case in Detroit. We were a good football team. Matthew Stafford was playing as good as he has in his career. That was because of Coach Caldwell, and we were an organization that was ascending. He was building, and you know what another thing, Z? The culture was amazing. The culture was fantastic. So you had a winning record in 3 or 4 years. The culture was great. Your quarterback was playing really good football. So for him to come in and say that there was a lot of work done is a bunch of trash. Second of all, you know what Coach Caldwell wasn't? A finger pointer. After being 10-25, to say that, to go, well, you know what? Before I got here, it was bad. Here's the thing, Coach. No, it wasn't. We have eyewitness accounts of it not being bad. It was actually really good. It was a great place to be. It was a great place to work. We loved playing for Coach Caldwell, and we were a good football team. Were we great? No, and here's the thing. When he was hired, the comment was, we need to take the next step as an organization. That was the comment from, I believe, ownership and their general manager, Bob Quinn. We need to take the next step. It was built for growth, not regression, and they have regressed massively.
I mean, that's as strong a commentary as you'll get from Orlovsky. And he's right. I mean, the level of disrespect. Who the hell are you, Matt Patricia? You act like you walked in here, Rico, and he took over a 1-15 Arizona Cardinals team. What a disgrace. But again, I mean, these owners, Sheila Ford Hamp has no pride. All they have is a
Stay in the right 3 lanes.
Mom, who moonlighted for a few years? Oh, what, her brother who brought us Matt Millen and bombed? Like, if you had an owner who had a clue, these two would be gone today. Gone. And I don't want to be clear. Yeah, amen. And again, I said it all spring. Rico, they let dead men walking use the number 3 overall pick in the draft. Do you know where they would sit right now if you at least had the quarterback of the future in tow? It would make this job more attractive. I mean, forget about the on-field. Jeff Okuda's not helping you win. Jeff Okuda, by anyone with a brain, has been terrible. He's unplayable. They don't even want to play him. And I'll tell you what it calls into question, Rico, and I can't prove it, but it sure makes week 1 seem like, do we believe the hamstring? Or did you just not want to play him and he needed cover? Because when you've played him, you still don't want to start the kid. And when he has played, he has been a disaster.
You know what, Mike? That's actually an excellent point that I didn't think about, because it was the hamstring. And a funny thing about hamstring injuries, you often go back and re-injure them. So unless they got the best training staff around, I am now starting to question, was it a hamstring? Because you see it all the time, like, oh, he came back too soon. Now they rushed him back.
It happened to Trufant.
Yeah. And now, Mike, I'm starting to think about it. But here's the thing. Because you let him go into that draft and you let him make that pick, Mike, we're doing a different radio show if we were in LA or if we were in Cincinnati. All 3 teams are 1-3. But they have a different feel to their 1-3. They have hope in their 1-3. Yeah, guys, we're gonna be bad.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Stand by. You'll get it. Here.
The problem is, no, the problem is too. 2 corners taken after Okuda's been way better. C.J. Henderson's been way better. Not perfect.
But he had the bad game, and remember everybody said, see, he's not that good. Mike.
I'm going to say it to you again for all of you loyalists out there. There are 103 corners that are eligible to be graded by Pro Football Focus. Jeff Okuda, is dead effing last. There is, in fact, according to this respected site, no one worse. Like, stop. Full stop.
At the light, turn right onto Inkster Road.
It is not me attacking Okuda. It's not me saying he won't end up being good. It's none of those things.
Hey, Mike, you got that chart handy? Who's number 12?
What, for corners?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go into tab.
In 1.4 miles, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Breaking news. Breaking news. This just in. Darius Slay is better than Jeff Okuda. Darius Slay, number 12, according to Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, let me give you a stat on that. After 4 weeks, Darius Slay is only allowing 30.5 receiving yards per game.
And so, Slay is still one of the best corners in the sport. You replace Slay...
In 1 mile, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
Number 3 pick in the draft, who you're terrified to play because when he plays, he's the worst in the game. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. There is no conclusion to come to.
That was a hot mess.
Thank you. Wow.
Darius Slay, 12. Jeff Okuda, 103. Slight difference. A little bit of a gap between the two. Learning curve.
And we'll get him there. 248-539-9797. So there you go. We've set the table. We turn it over to you guys. Let's take your calls, see where you guys are at with it. 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From
from the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center. M10 Lodge Freeway northbound at Wyoming Avenue. A crash is blocking the right lane and shoulder. There are some minor delays in the area because just before that there's the work zone. Then there's a reported crash on Commerce Road at Union Lake Road in Commerce Township, and a closure on north and southbound Hoover just north of Common, which is 12.5 mile road due to a crash. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here at the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. Not only do we get Packers and Falcons tonight on Monday Night Football, but we also get Patriots and Chiefs after Sunday's game postponed because of Cam Newton's positive COVID-19 test. And with Newton out, the line has shifted from Chiefs -7 to -10.5. I actually kind of like the Patriots getting...
At the stop sign, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road, then turn right onto Inkster Road.
That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, your hometown sportsbook. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day.
Want to win $5,000 just for picking football games? BetRivers.net has a weekly football contest where they're giving away $5,000. That's $5,000 each week, and the entry cost is free. Go to BetRivers.net.
At the light, turn right onto Inkster Road.
If you enter your picks each week, don't miss your chance to win. Go to BetRivers.net today. That's BetRivers.net. Must be 21. See official rules for...
In 1.9 miles, arrive at Inkster Road.
These past 2 months have been anything but normal. We faced challenges we've never experienced before. Yet, due to everyone's efforts, progress has been made. Infection and hospitalization counts are down, and the death rate is extremely low. Together, we have flattened the curve. But remember, continue to follow CDC guidelines to keep you and your family safe. For more information, go to MacombGov.org.
Amazon is now hiring near you. We're looking for team members who know that delivering important packages is important work. Ready to work hard to make someone's every day? Ready for benefits and flexible shifts? Immediate hourly roles are available at Amazon.com/apply. That's Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer. I filled this pickup at BP with Amoco Ultimate. We'll go up to 25 miles further per tank on the highway than with regular fuel.
Up to 25 miles?
Yep, we're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it.
I just said.
We're gonna make it.
Drive up to 25 miles further per tank with Amoco Ultimate with Invigorate. Available at BP and Amoco stations. Based on median difference between 93 octane Amoco Ultimate and 87 octane mineral detergent E10 fuels and late model full-size half-ton pickup trucks using EPA highway driving cycle. Assumes 100% of fuel in tank will be used. Results will vary based on what you drive, how you drive, and other factors.
How can Staples help you get back to business?
In 1 mile, arrive at Inkster Road.
Staples can help prepare your business for the new normal with everything from in-store signage to health essentials like masks and hand sanitizer, and all at amazing prices.
And this week at Staples, get $15 off posters or yard signs when you spend $75 or more.
Save big this week at Staples.
Ends 10/31. Exclusions apply. Limit 1 offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
With so many new pet owners, Kezia's Grooming can't keep up.
Kezia's Grooming? Sorry, we'll book solid through the weekend. I can give you a call back though if something opens up.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Today on Hey Culligan, better water, better food. Here's Gary in Chicago.
Hey Culligan, my water smells like a swimming pool and my hot dog tastes like one.
Sounds like your water comes with a little chlorine.
Chlorine?
You know, you could get a great for cooking water, delicious for drinking water, Culligan reverse osmosis system.
Hey, I'll take one of those and 2-3 more hot dogs.
No can do on the dogs, Gare, but one Culligan reverse osmosis system already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening.
Sure.
Who's able to hear more than what's being said and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at
97.1theticket or radio.com.
You could win $2,000 with the 2 Grand Slam. Thursday at 7:20 with Stoney and Jansen.
All right, straight to the people. We'll reset everything at 4 o'clock. By the way, Rico, I have got an absolutely terrifying quote regarding the Kansas City Chiefs offense. We'll get to it in the 4 o'clock hour.
They're deciding they're going to take it to the next level?
Bro, if this quote's true, we're all dead and we don't know it. Chad's in Clinton Township, 97. What's up, Chad?
Hey, what's up, guys? First, I want to say I appreciate you and Dan, Orlovsky, everybody. It's therapeutic on days after losses like that to hear you guys and know you guys are advocating for us. So I appreciate that off the top. And one thing I want to get to, one other question. Don't you think that if we took Tua, if you're talking about Conman, then isn't he going to talk her into giving him a couple more years if he does take Tua?
Sure. Well, listen, and I'll give you all the time you need. But Chad, what you have to understand is real ownership is able to lay down ground rules. And you go, listen, I'm not sure you're going to be here long term. And that number 3 pick is not going to be the difference between us being great or not. I'll let you spend all the money in free agency. I'll let you have every other draft pick. That pick, that's my insurance policy on you being a boob.
Right. Well, and that kind of leads right in my other thing. Like, people talk about not getting rid of coaches mid-year and stuff like that, but it's like, I've called in a couple times talking about how he doesn't know how to manage a game. But first, the challenge yesterday, that challenge was one of the worst challenges you're going to see in the league this year, if not however long.
No, it was dead on arrival. And you know the worst part, Chad? It's a home game. The replay's on the Jumbotron. What are you looking at?
And then the other one is they're talking about how Peyton respects Patricia through and through, and it's like to run the ball on 3rd and goal at the 6 is the ultimate. You are 10 steps behind me. Like, that was like the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen, and I don't want to watch it anymore. I don't want to watch it every Sunday. I don't want to watch this guy roll out there. This stuff, it's garbage. That's so embarrassing. They get the ball ran on you in 3rd and 6, and they just go right up the middle and score.
Chad,
I don't need another Sunday. I don't need another Sunday to watch. I know what I'm doing.
Chad, it looked as if the Saints were out there running practice. That's plain and simple. There was
nobody touched him.
Yeah, we're gonna run these plays, and let's do this, let's do that. All right, let's mix it up, throw in a few passes, and boom, Kamara, he picks up yards. If not, let's put Murray in there. They couldn't stop anything. It looked like practice. The Lions looked like the scout team.
Don't be fooled by the comeback, quote unquote. The Saints were trying to get up out of here after being up 35-14.
And being up all night getting to COVID tested. You know what? We got enough, coach. Yeah, go ahead and power this thing down. And that's what's the in-flight meal gonna be when we hit back?
I also got 4 o'clock. I'm gonna give you a Stafford stat because our man Matthew's been getting a little bit of a free pass here. He has not been good this year, and I don't care. But he had a touchdown. He was awful yesterday.
You know why he's getting the free pass, though? Because when you go down the hierarchy of who's to blame, you're tired. You're done. You're the Saints at this point. You're the Atlanta Falcons in an NFL game. Yeah, he's 4th out there. Okay. Because you start off with ownership, and then you go to Quinn, and then you go to Patricia. By the time you get to Stafford and what he's done, you don't care anymore. You've talked yourself into drinking because you just realized, I'm a Lions fan. Jesus.
Jake in Lansing. What's up, Jake?
Hey, Mike. Hey, Rico. How's it going?
Hey, Jake.
Good.
Yeah, definitely couldn't agree more about the system that Patricia got off with that coach. I mean, I didn't even watch yesterday's game. I heard it on the radio because I went up to St. Ignace for the week, and I heard it on the radio. But now that the beginning of the show, when you said the Saints were down so many starters, oh my God,
It's one of the worst losses in my time here. I'm being very sincere about it. I mean, it was a gift. And even during the game, I mean, the Saints are already down a Pro Bowl guard. Then they lose one of the best right tackles in the sport in Ramczyk. Teron Armstead was in and out. I mean, literally, they didn't have anybody.
I mean, geez Louise, I didn't know that yesterday, but now that No, now it makes me so much happier that I didn't waste time watching it.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I mean, I wasted my Sunday afternoon, but at least I have to.
I mean,
But
it
it's
was
just-
bad. Mike, they didn't put up a fight. They went up 14-0. It was so easy. They get the pick 6, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, did this happen too quickly? Was it too soon? We've seen this before. I mean, they
Wait,
jumped
this
ahead.
is too much good stuff.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
here
balance
comes
it
the
out.
other side of the coin. And they were up against the Packers, and then the Packers annihilated. And the Bears.
Have you ever in your life, and you've watched a ton of football, have you ever seen a team in the span of a month give up 21 straight, 31 straight, and 35 straight? I don't think I've ever seen it, Reed.
I
Maybe Rutgers, but I'm saying, like, not Michigan, not Michigan State, not an NFL team. It's
But see, here's the
just
bad
so
part about it.
beyond the pale.
Mike, these are professionals, and you pretty much have the same salary cap as the team across from you. It's not like, okay, that's Alabama and this is the Citadel. Okay, these are the same. You got the same cap, the same amount of players that can all run relatively the same speed and the same strength and everything. And you're that bad.
I watched it yesterday, and it reminded me of, like, Don Brown versus Ohio State. How are you going to continue to run man against crossroads? What exactly is the plan here? Like, it's just incredible. A week ago, I gave him credit for really altering the game plan, giving himself a chance. Do you realize that Drew Brees, who does not want to go downfield with the ball and doesn't have his weapons to do so, carved you apart on throws between 10 and 25 yards? He was 8 out of 12 for 150 yards.
Yeah, Mike, what if I told you that Traquan Smith was going to be the difference maker in the game?
I know. He's an also-ran in that offense. Can you
Four,
believe that?
4 catches with 2 touchdowns on those 4 catches.
Hey, what if I told you we could have picked up Kareem Hunt for free last offseason, but Quinn didn't do it, and now Kareem Hunt's one of the best running backs in football again, and we're dealing with a guy who's as old as Morgan Freeman at tailback.
No, we have 2 promising second-round picks. That is unfair and erroneous. These guys are going to do something one day.
Wait, you have... What was the actor I misidentified last week? You have Charles Dutton III at running back.
Charles Sutton.
Whatever.
Just call him Rock, Mike.
This guy, yeah, you have Rock at running back. This guy's 60. Meanwhile, Kareem Hunt is literally one of the 5 best backs in the game this year. Cleveland got him for free. All you had to do was go free +1. You could have brought him in here. No problemo.
And you
Then I don't need a second-round pick on him back.
And you can't tell me, well, he got in trouble. Yes, Adrian Peterson. So you can't use that excuse either. I thought when Swift scored, okay, maybe they're going to involve him this week. They listen to the show. We'll see what's going to happen. No, that's it. No, okay, he's done for the day.
He played more because it was more of a passing game. But no, Rico, I'm uncomfortable because I feel like they're trying to turn him into James White.
Yes, they are.
They're trying to make him Theo Riddick. And it's like, no, this guy's actually good and talented, and let him do some of these other things. Why would you use a second-round pick on a guy that you just want to be a third-down back? Can you, does this franchise have any understanding of draft capital allocation at all?
Mike, no, they don't. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, everything about that's why I said everything about that game screamed the Lions will screw us up. It was too easy. And 14-0, I sat back on the couch.
I want to
said, yeah, this is over. Thanks coming back.
15 minutes. I promise you this. If I oversell this and underdeliver, I'll ban myself from the show for 10 minutes. I have someone who's gotten off scot-free, who I think's one of the biggest problems with yesterday. We'll do it at 4 o'clock, and I got stats to back it up. Northville Lumber, yeah, I know, the cute song, the whole deal, but they are the oldest company in the state. They have been serving for over 190 years. And Northville Lumber's way more than wood. I mean, sure, if you want to go there and buy some lumber to break over your ass while you're watching the Lions game, I get it. But they are the Trex decking leader in this state. They got the best pricing, the best availability, and they got a knowledge like nobody else. They stock so much product that other lumber yards are buying their product from them. Go straight to the source. They'll pass the savings on to you. You're in the business and you don't do business with Northville. I don't know what to tell you. You're costing yourself money. That's just not good. Get over there. You can get Trex cheaper than wood. It's Northville Lumber. Official sponsor of the Drinking on Your New Trex deck this fall. It's NorthvilleLumber.com. That's NorthvilleLumber.com.
I'm Jim Rome with a Radio.com sports minute. Digital dose for Bubble up. How's that sound? No, how does that feel? How did it feel to wake up this morning at 4-0? I ask because that is a fan base that for years was ready to rip down the goalpost and have a parade after just one win. Now they're winning every single week and they're legit. How legit? I'm going to call it right now. They are going to the postseason. But this is beyond just making the playoffs. Being a good story is no longer good enough for the Bills. Again, they are not here to take part. They are here to take over. And they've got the horses to get it done, starting with Josh Allen. Josh Allen is that guy. He's an MVP candidate legitimately. And you can tell how valuable he is by the reaction from everybody when he went down with that shoulder injury late in the first half. The Bills aren't just in. They look like they're going to make a deep run this year. I'm Jim Rome.
Oh, my stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Pepto-Bismol's now in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And now you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try new Pepto-Bismol chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a train that just hit a car.
Sir, what is your location? Look around for a street sign, sir.
Yes, 8th and Orchard. 8th and Orchard.
Okay, very good. 8th and Orchard. Sir, help is on the way.
Why would you do that? The train still hasn't stopped. You have to get there now.
At a railway crossing, even if the engineer sees you and hits the brakes, it can take a mile for the train to stop. And for you, that's too late. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, downsizing, or looking for an investment property, Hall Financial will put you in the best financial position possible. We'll get you pre-approved same day, giving you the confidence to take on the housing market and win. We're even going to connect you with a top realtor in your area. Visit davidhallmortgage.com and let us give you the 5-star service you deserve. That's davidhallmortgage.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Joe Biden. To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus. I'm releasing a plan to save lives in the months ahead. We need to increase federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. We absolutely need a clear message from the very top of our federal government that everyone needs to wear a mask in public. Every single frontline worker should have the personal protective equipment that they need to be safe. We need to support schools and child care programs so parents, if and when they can return to work, are confident that their children will be safe and cared for. And finally, we need to protect the population's most at risk, our seniors, vulnerable populations with pre-existing conditions. We need real plans, real guidelines with uniform nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We gotta fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because
it's a gift from the gods. It's a Saints team down as many as 8 starters. You're at home. They're up all night. They're shaking out of bed at 2:30 in the morning for a COVID scare. You're up 14-0, and then 35 straight points, 5 straight drives. It's just, it's unreal, but there's someone who deserves blame. We'll get to it in a matter of minutes. I want to get back to the people, but Rico, you know what we haven't done today? We haven't checked in with Ticket Text, so that's my bad. So, David, I know you've compiled the best of the best. Please, feel free. I owe that to the people on the text.
Ticket Text, how is nobody talking about the 2-point conversion at the end of the game? Patricia is awful, period.
Time out. Here's what I will say. There are 2 schools of thought. The hyper analytics, okay? It's actually, quote unquote, the right move. Do I agree with it? I don't. I don't like it. But it's not unfounded. All right? I am not going to go after him for that because there is a planet where it makes sense. I haven't totally wrapped my mind around doing it. I don't like it. I think it puts you in a tougher spot to tie the game. But if you've got a play that you think is going to work, well, now all of a sudden, you're going to score a touchdown and win the game versus tie the game. I get it.
Mike, I get the
just don't know that
analytics. I totally
I
disagree.
don't know.
I was like, why are you hitting the panic button this soon? If you kick the extra point, you got one of the best kickers. Kick that. And then if you want to go for the win at the end of the game, if you happen to get back in it, fine. But don't put yourself behind the 8 ball. Because now you're chasing points. Now you're looking like a desperate team.
What's my favorite F word?
I can't say it on the air, Mike.
Fair.
Oh.
Fair.
Are you
The
trying
one
to
that
get me
rhymes
fired?
with